Hey everybody, welcome back to the Parkinson's Gym. I'm Zach, your master of ceremonies. So, in past workouts, the stick warm-up and stretch part of it has been one of the favorites. I get a lot of good feedback on that, so I thought I'd go through every single one of the stick exercises that I can think of that everyone seems to get so much out of, and that's awesome. So, here we go. First thing you need is a stick. So all this is your standard PVC stick. It is a 3/4 inch, I think it's what, 5 foot long? I think they come in 10, so I cut it in half. And there you go. Of course, you can use a broomstick, a mop stick, mop handle, I guess it is. Never thought of it. Why is it a broomstick but a mop handle? Anything that gives you decent something square to hang on to. And the whole premise of having this stick is that it forces your shoulders to stay level, and it pulls things along in a different direction. It's really just a guide, but that's fine with me, just a prop. All right, make sure you got some water, make sure somebody knows you're out here flopping around with your piece of PVC, and let's get going. Okay, here we go. The first one, the easiest one, just a nice even grab and press it straight up overhead with stiff arms. Press it as far back behind you as you can and let it down. Make sure your core doesn't, you don't lean back with it. Just keep it straight and press. So you may not be able to go up very far with this. Just every time go a little further. Press up one more time, and you really need to think about you're pulling on the stick. You're not just pressing it. It's like you're pulling it apart, which is going to force your shoulders back. That's a good one. Rotates them back into their pocket. Gets a nice, good angle and stretch on all those funky little inner shoulder muscles. All right, now lean into one of them, press it up high, get a long, straight stretch down one side. Woo, that's one of my favorites. Other side, nice and high. Hey, let's go back to the other side. Lean it so you're kind of pulling with this hand and reaching with that hand. And back up this way. Reach, pull. Oh, enjoy. All the way up. Now bring it down just to your collarbone. So this is kind of, they call it front rack. So you're going to press straight up. And now bring it down behind your head if you can. If you cannot, don't worry about it. Bring it to the front. All we're doing is a nice easy press straight overhead. So take it behind your head, up, take it in front of your head, and up, take it behind your head, and press, take it in front of your head. So, little word to the wise. If you're a weightlifter, never press anything or pull anything behind your head with any type of load. This thing is crazy light, so it doesn't really count. You're getting more of a stretch than a pull. Don't lift or pull to behind your head, to the back of the neck. It's not good for you. All right, that's enough of that. Good, done here. Rotation. So, all the way up, come down, either to your shoulders. If you can get into this back rack position, that's great. Kind of settles into bloop, right there on the traps. If you cannot, that's okay too. Go to this position. We're just looking to kind of lock your shoulders into place. And I want you to just rotate to the left. Far it'll go. And come back around to the right. You can turn your head with it. Rotate back around left. And nice, passive, controlled. You're not whipping this thing around. Let's see golfers do this. They're out there, whack, whack. One day they're just going to spin around like a top. Give themselves a thorax. That's a bad idea. Standing tall, turning. All right, good stuff. Now we're going to do what we call the good morning. All this is you're folding perfectly, hinging at your hips. Your back stays straight. The stick helps keep your shoulders wide. Your legs stay straight. And you just kind of hinge over. Now you're not bowing. You're not going forward with this. You want to sort of hips back, shoulders stay over your feet, and you hinge. Huge hamstring stretcher. Oh, doggies. You're not going to find a better hamstring stretch. Over, shoulders up, bear, and back. Again, the stick keeps your shoulders from rolling under. Fold it over, push your butt back, stand it back up. Oh, that's awesome. All right, so what we're going to do is combine that fold with the rotation to get the windmill. So if this is dicey on your back, don't do it. But what I'm talking about is you're going to take your left hand and you're going to point at your right foot as far as it'll let you go. It's kind of like a golf swing. All the way back up, nice and square. The other side. Back up square. The other side, I guess the first side. Oh, back up. So really roll to push that other arm up in the sky. And if you're only getting this far and it gets tight, that's okay. That's where you need to be going. Maybe go the tiniest bit further, like a half a degree. Up. One more over. And up. Oh, that's nice. All right, press it all the way back overhead and let it down. Now go all the way. Just fold all the way over. This time you let your shoulders relax, let your arms relax, and just kind of go into a deep hang. All right, take it straight up. So it's kind of weird how that stick sort of guides you to keep everything straight. So take it over to your right, outside of your right leg, and slide down that leg and back up. Rotate 180 degrees to the other side. Slide down the leg and bring it back up. So while you're doing this, kind of focus on the opposite side, lower back, to get a nice, even, smooth stretch. Keep the stick parallel to the floor and back up, over, down. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's good. Okay, take your stick, take it out front. So if you only have a broomstick and maybe it's not this long, have a seat and you can do this from seated. But what you want is your hands about, I don't know, shoulder height-ish, and lean into it, hinge into it. Try to stick your head through your arms and your butt out the back. Long, good, straight stretch of the shoulders. Now push yourself up tall, a little stretch through the abs. Oh, yeah. And back over. Easy, easy. You're not trying to set new world records or join Cirque du Soleil with your flexibility. We're just kind of remind everything what it's supposed to be doing. All right, so the clock. Stick straight out in front of you. One hand is hanging onto it. The other hand is smack up against it. What you're going to do here, get a better view, is open up, follow your thumb with your eyeballs, and way back behind you, the stick stays straight up and down, and then pivot back around. Switch hands. Flip. All the way around the back. Oh gosh. And back forward. Switch hands. All the way back. Keep that stick straight up, bring it. Boom. One more time other side. Rotate. Oh man. That's good stuff. As you get older, the rotational abilities in your neck and your core can tend to tighten up and as your core gets weaker. So that's a good one to stay right on top and keep it turning. Okay. Right hand or left. Let's say left hand, left toe. Right in front of your left toe. And crank open. Wide stretch across your chest. You'll feel it down in your bicep. Oh, yeah. And then close it down a little bit. Open it back up. Everything else stays perfectly stationary as that arm swings open like a big creepy door. And then open back up. Oh, good stretch. Switch hands, switch toes. Boop. Yes, very nice. Close it down and crank it open again. Oh, one more time just for good measures. Still standing up tall, all the way back. Yes. All right. So we don't leave the legs out. I don't want them to get jealous. Sticks in your left hand, swing your left leg. Those are just the old-fashioned leg swings we do all the time, but this time you're just using your stick as balance. Try to get your opposite hand synchronized with it. I may have just invented a new word. Huh. All right. Now, a good anti-freeze technique. Got your stick out in front of you. And boot. Left hand, left foot, boot. Stay right down the track, making sure that your foot is going straight forward and backwards. Forward and backwards. Okay? You're not doing this. You're not doing the crazy wild donkey kick. You're just going straight through, give it a kick, back, give it a kick, back, give it a kick, and back. All right. Other hand, other foot. So it needs to go stick, swinging foot, stationary foot. Stay tall. Get your hands synchronized. It's a good word. Might have to patent it. Oh, up, up, up. Excellent. Take it a stick, kick it a stick. There. Ooh, a little balance in there too. Boot, back, boot, back, boot, back, boot, back. A couple more. Boot, back. Very good anti-freeze technique. If you have a tendency to get stuck, maybe just carry a stick for self-defense as well as anti-freeze. So you get stuck, shake it off, take a little breath, and then boop, and you're on your way. Works good. All right, what else we got here? We have done our good morning, so what I want you to do is grab. So you can do a good morning. Why I say that? You can do a good morning with the stick hanging straight down. It's kind of a good way to refine your technique. So take the stick straight down over your feet and then stand it back up. But it doesn't do as good of a job of making you keep your shoulders back. So you really have to think about shoulders back, stick down. So I like the one up and over the shoulders better. Anyway, twisting pokes. Should one day you be walking around and all you've got is your PVC stick and you're attacked by two ninjas on either side of it, you're going to be ready. What I want you to do, take the right side of your stick and poke the ninja to your left, then take the left end of your stick and poke the ninja to your right. Okay, so pivot your left foot and pivot. Pivot the opposite foot. I'm not sure which one I said. Poke and pivot. Poke and pivot. Pivot and poke. Pivot and poke. And push that arm all the way out. Outboard arm goes straight. And hip. One more. We're getting a little bit of shifties getting in there. If you're turning, make sure your feet are pivoting. So one of the first things to drop out of a lot of people's movement with Parkinson's is that pivot. Getting out of cars, making turns, doing action poses. You know, it's hard to do an action pose like this. All right, twist and pokes, shoulder rotations. Okay, this one's a little advanced. If you got good flexible shoulders, I would say try this. If yours is tight, maybe just watch. Wide grip on your stick. All the way up and behind you. Oh, that's a good stretch through the chest. Wide grip though. And I only hang on with my thumbs, because if you hang on like that, you get into this weirdness. So all the way up and over and back. Up and over and back. You can do one. One at a time. Let's see, how do you do that? One, up and over. Bring the other one back. One backwards, one forwards. Good party trick. So that's it's pretty good work on your shoulders. So be careful with that. If there's any question or any kind of, just don't Don't worry about doing that. Maybe work towards it, but don't push all the way, go all the way around. All right? It's kind of a fun one to work towards. Okay. The next one we're taking from here is actually back here. What I want you to do is stand just like by your sides and pull one way. Get a little shoulder pull through there, stand tall, go back the other way. And go the other way. Kind of looks like a Broadway move. But it's not. Stand tall, switch, and switch. And switch. Okay, enough Ethel Merman. We're back. Now, if you want a big time hamstring stretch, stick behind your back, fold forward, slide the stick down your legs. Oh my gosh, gives you something to yank on, but that is not for the less flexible among us. That's a doozy. That's a good hip flexor. Okay, behind the back. All right. Another pretty advanced but kind of fun exercise is the foot hook. So you're going to take the left end of your stick and you're going to hook it on the outside of your right foot. Let me demonstrate. You're over. You take the left end of your stick, plant it outside of your right foot, and push. It's that two-dimensional fold and twist. This is pretty, can be aggressive, so be very careful with it. Hang back straight. Now go the other direction. Right end of your stick on your left foot. And press your high arm to give you a little bit more twist and pull. Woo, woo, woo. Straight down. Stand that back up. That one works. That works. That's a lot of turning, a lot of twisting. And again, if anything's like, oh, don't do it. Don't push it. This is not worth throwing you back out just to do some kind of cool stretch. All right. There is another type of stretch, and it's kind of a pitcher's stretch. Not pitcher like, the pitcher like, bing, fastball. So you take the stick, and you sort of, like you're going to whack somebody. All right? Grab it underneath, and give a good big rotation back in this shoulder. You can just kind of let it hang, and you'll feel that outboard rotation is what you want. External rotation. If that's feeling snarky, feeling good, you can yank on a little bit, pull, but don't go crazy with these. Both sides, especially if you've had any rotator cuff injury, this may not be a good one for you. But if you'd like to get your shoulders nice and warm all the way around, this is a doozy. Oh, that external rotation is often neglected and leads to a lot of rotator cuff injury because it's so dang tight. And then we fall on it or something and off to the surgeon. All right, kids. I believe that's everything for the stretches. You can actually do a little bit of cardio with this too. Call these the back breakers. So you're overhead and you break it. Just like an angry major leaguer. So crack it over your knee. 2, 3, 4, 5, come on, 6, 7. You ain't just watching, you're doing this. 9, 10, take it tall. 11, 12, keep going. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. That works everything. Oh, that's nice. Lateral lunges. Again, the stick is keeping your shoulders nice and level and square. So you step out to one side, press the stick in front of you, and it always stays parallel. Step and press, step and press. Let's get, I'll make more of these. 7, 6, stand tall, don't crumple. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Similar version, same idea, different is the Superstar, my favorite. Step forward, press straight overhead. That gives you a beautiful Superstar. All right, let's go. 10, 1, 9, 2, 8, 3, big step, 4, 7, 5, and 6. That's my new way of counting. I'm going to patent that also. Got lots of ideas. Okay, one more for the lunges. And if you don't lunge, I just want you to take a big step. But these are similar to the pokes. What you're going to do, step and or lunge outward and press the stick 90 degrees from your body. Tall, press, tall, press, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, stand tall, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I just realized we left out one of my favorite stretches. How to do that? Shoulder floss. There it is. All right, take your stick, bonk yourself in the back of the head with it. So, perfect posture, head, shoulders, hips, all in line. And if you can hang on to the stick with just your butt cheeks, you get extra credit. So you're grabbing the stick low, you're grabbing the stick behind your neck, you're going to pull down nice and easy. If you find yourself chasing your tail, look up, and it comes right to you. So pull down for triceps, pull up for shoulders. That's good. Down for a little bit of triceps, stand tall with it, up for shoulders. All right, switch hands. The other one on top, and another one down below. If you're chasing it again, look up. There it is. Pull down, triceps, back of your arm. Pull up for shoulders. Watch the ceiling. I have lots of little round marks on my ceiling from knocking the pipe up against it. Pull down, pull the leg up. Oh, that's perfect. You also look cool when you have a stick. All right, last exercise. We're going to go back to our exercises, not just a thrust. This is called the thruster, and it's famous and loved by many. Here we go. So it's at your shoulders, sticks at your shoulders. You're going to squat and shabam. Oh, when you're squatting, imagine that stick's back there. Squat up. You're not squatting. I want you to squat just like you got the stick on your back. Here we go. And 1, down, 2, 3, 4. Come up fast like you're throwing in the sand. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now you keep working on this overhead press. You look like those crazy Olympic lifters, you know, like 10,000 pounds. And when they push them up, they go, and it looks like their hands are like going to break off the back of their shoulders. It's very stable but very flexible, which sounds contrary, but it's not. They've worked very hard to push into that stable position because it works. All right, kids, that is the stick warm-up and stretch and everything. Fantastic little prop you can use, and it's cheap. All right. Go out and get you one, give this thing a try, and keep coming back. This stuff works. All right, see you next time.